right, what if I told you that the things sitting in your craft room, your DTF printer, your Bling, or maybe your DTF transfers, could be making you way more money than you think? Not by printing more shirts, but by doing this, which is a mixed media shirt. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Okay, so DTF has definitely been something that has taken over the craft community over the last couple of years, and I see so many people doing DTF, whether it be with transfers or a DTF printer, and then I also see a lot of people doing Bling, which again has also taken over the craft community over the last couple of years. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to combine the two, DTF and Bling, which is considered a mixed media shirt. So I grabbed a comfort color shirt. I want to say I got this from Jiffy. I can't remember. I will leave a link for where I got this shirt from. But it is the gray comfort color shirt. And then I got, well, I have the HTV RONT D2 DTF printer, which is what I'm going to be using in today's video. And I will leave a link for that down below. I have a coupon code. It is Angel1000, which will give you $1,000 off of your order. So I will leave that link down below, and I will also put the coupon code down there as well. And then I will also leave a link for my Bling, which on this project I am using Icy Azalea. Okay, come on, Icy Azalea. And then I'm also going to show you in Silhouette Studio how I added the scatter around the DTF print. So you can do this if you have your own DTF printer. You can also do this if you want to just order transfers because you don't have a printer. This is a super simple project that you can just like offer to people. So let's say you're doing an order and you have some DTF prints that you ordered. You can upcharge by saying, hey, do you want to add this Bling scatter around that? And then that's an upcharge. But this is what we are doing in today's video, guys. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, you guys, so I'm going to start off in Silhouette Studio here to go ahead and show you how I added the scatter around my PNG image. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and merge in my PNG. Because I want to make the entire design with the image and the scatter included, I want it to be around 10.5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and start with this image being 9 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this image 9 inches because again, I want the full design with the scatter included to be 10.5 inches. So PNG is going to start off at 9 inches by pretty much 9 inches. And then we're going to go to our offset panel and we're going to go ahead and add an external offset. Now, hopefully you can see that red line that just went around my image. And the distance I have it at is 0.265. Now I'm going to make that a little bit bigger and a little bit further away from the actual design itself because I do not want under any circumstances my rhinestones and my DTF transfer to touch each other because the rhinestones will pop off if they are on the DTF transfer. And then if you end up having to press the transfer onto the rhinestones, it'll just look messy. So I'm going to leave enough space there because when you go to press your shirt, the transfer might shrink in a little bit or it might pull. Same with the rhinestones. It might shrink a teeny tiny bit and pull in. And if that were to happen, you just don't want your transfer and your rhinestones to start touching. So I found that this is a nice size here. This is a nice distance to where I have a good enough space between the two so that in case there is some shrinking or pulling, they still don't touch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this like a purple color so that we can see it. Now I'm going to go ahead and undock this because I'm going to need it a couple more times. And then I'm going to open up the rhinestone panel. Now, if you are watching this, you do need to have the business edition, I believe, or maybe the creators edition. I know that if you just have the basic free version, you don't have the rhinestone panel. I have the business edition, which allows me to have the rhinestone panel, and it allows me to be able to export my artwork as well because I don't even have a Silhouette cutting machine. I simply just use Silhouette Studio as a way to design rhinestone designs. I know you have to have a paid version
in order to use the rhinestone panel and be able to export your artwork. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the rhinestone panel, and then we are going to select this edge fill here. And then down here under spacing, the first layer that is surrounding the image is going to be 0.020 in terms of spacing. So those are going to be pretty close together, but that's what I want for that first layer. And now you can kind of see here that, again, those dots, those dots represent where the rhinestones will be. And you can see that it's a pretty good amount of space between the rhinestones and the image, to where it still is outlining it. You're still going to see it. It's still going to be beautiful, but they're not going to touch each other. Okay, so with the purple rhinestones highlighted, I'm going to go ahead and push offset again. I'm going to leave the distance the same. I'm going to push apply. We're going to come up here and change the color of those rhinestones so that they match. And then I'm going to play with the spacing. Now the spacing here is how you get the scatter to kind of look scattered. So the spacing on the second layer, I'm going to take it up a lot more. So it's going to be 0.100, and then I'm going to push enter. And then you'll see there the space between the second layer of rhinestones got bigger. Okay. And now I'm also keeping in mind the size of the image. Like I said, I wanted it to be 10.5. As of right now, it is 10.059. So I do have enough space for probably 2 more layers. So with that second layer of rhinestone selected, I'm going to push offset again. I'm going to leave the distance the same, and I'm going to push apply. Again, we're going to change the color to match the rest of the rhinestones. And then the spacing down here in the rhinestone panel, we're going to take that up to 0.200. Push enter. And then you'll see those scattered even more. And then I am at 10.590. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to go ahead and push offset, apply. So it's going to be almost 11 inches, which I'm okay with. This shirt is for me, so I'm okay with it being bigger. But the spacing on the last one is going to be 0.300. And that's going to go ahead and make that scatter even bigger. Okay, it made it a little too big. It's like 11.1. So what I'm going to do is I am going to select all of the rhinestones. I'm going to take the rhinestones off, turn it back into just outlines. I'm going to go ahead and select everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and resize it down to 10.5. Now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to choose my select by color, and I'm going to select everything that's purple, and then push the edge fill again. Okay, that put all of those spacing at 0.300. So I'm going to select that first layer, and we'll go ahead and change the spacing. It was 0.020. We can go ahead and select the second layer. That one was 0.100. The third layer was 0.200. And then the last one was 0.300. But now if we go ahead and highlight everything, it is 10.555, which is a good size. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of the rhinestones, so all of the purple layers, and then we can go ahead and close out the offset panel. We still need the rhinestone panel. Down here, there's a button that says release rhinestones. We're going to go ahead and release these rhinestones because we do have to turn them into a compound path, which is going to make it easier for us to go ahead and cut them and export them as well. So now, without selecting away, you can see that each individual rhinestone or each individual dot is its own separate layer now. So without deselecting from anywhere or clicking off, we're going to right click. We're going to group. So that's going to group all of these purple dots together. We're going to right click again, and then we're going to select Make Compound Path. And then, oh, I'm going to go ahead and turn these back purple. And that is pretty much it. So when you make it a compound bath, it does make them a tiny bit bigger. So we're at 10.677 now, which is fine. It's a fine in terms of size, that's fine. So now I'm going to go up to File. You also want to take notice of your size because your rhinestones have to be sized the exact size that they are. So I'm going to go up to File. I'm going to go to Save As, Save to Hard Drive. Now, I'm going to save this as an SVG, and I'm going to save it as the size. So 10.677 by 10.711. That's the size of my file, which is what I need it to be when I take it over into Silhouette Studio. So I'll go ahead and save it. I'm just cutting with my Silhouette Studio. I will do, like, I'll show you it cutting the rhinestone flock, and I'll do a voiceover, and then I'll tell you my settings there. But now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this printed on my HTV-RON D2 DTF printer. And then I'm also going to cut out my rhinestone flock with my Siser Romeo vinyl cutting machine. And then we're going to go ahead and press everything together.
All right, you guys, I am using my HTV-RON D2 DTF printer to print off my transfer here. I do have a full unboxing and setup of this printer on my channel as well. Just in case you missed it, you can definitely go check that out. It's very beginner friendly and very, very easy to set up. And then I'm going to use my Siser Romeo to cut my flock. Now I'm cutting my flock on 13 speed and my force is on like 103, but that is because I need a new blade. If you have a newer blade, it will be lower. Cut settings are, you definitely just have to do a test cut to figure out your cut settings for flock. Once everything is cut out, I'm gonna put it on this chopping mat that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm using Icy Azalea for the scatter. I do kind of wish after the fact that I use black, maybe Icy Obsidian or something like that. But the Icy Azalea was pretty too. And then you just kind of brush in a circular motion until all of the stones fall into place. And then once you are done, you just take the tacky tape or the KTM mask, whichever one you're using, to pick all the stones up. Now we're gonna go ahead and press. I'm using a Comfort Colors in the size medium. This one is the gray one. I love these Comfort Color shirts, you guys. I love them so much. I'm going to press the bling first because the DTF transfer, I don't want it to burn up. And the bling takes a little bit higher time and temperature. So the bling is 350 degrees for 12 seconds. And then the transfer was like 315 for 15 seconds. So that's why I did the bling first, because it had to be pressed on a higher temperature. But yeah.
All right, you guys, so we are all done with our mixed media shirt here. So this is the DTF print, which I use my HTV-RON D2 DTF printer to print out. Look at those colors. And then we did the bling around it, of course. You guys, I'm absolutely obsessed with these Comfort Color shirts. I'm wearing one, which is a pink. It might be called hibiscus. I don't remember the exact name of the color, but I'm wearing this pink one. And then I made this gray one to take with me to my son's tournament next week. I am obsessed with these Comfort Color shirts. I'm gonna order some more. I ordered one of each color to wear for myself, but I'm gonna order some more because I love these colors. Like, this came out so stinking cute. But hopefully I was able to answer some questions. Hopefully I was able to kind of show you how to use the materials that you may already have. You can definitely, if you don't have a DTF printer, you can definitely order prints. If you have bling, but you don't have the DTF printer, You can still do this by ordering transfers and definitely either make it for yourself or sell it or whatever the case may be. And transfers are fairly inexpensive. I've seen them be, you know, as low as $1 a transfer or even less than that. So yeah, it's definitely an inexpensive way to use your bling if you have it, or your DTF printer, or, you know, like I said, being able to order transfers. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I was trying to see if I had the other one with me, but I don't. I think I took it home. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hype, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye guys.